The Fiordlands were really beautiful. We were there on an especially nice day. As far as the atmosphere, it was foggy and a little cool, and it looked really beautiful. We got to see him a couple years ago, but it just seemed more impressive this time. I don't know why, but it was really nice. Maybe it was because they opened up the helicopter pad and served champagne. That was nice. Anyway, the views over the sides were great. There's a champagne. That was an all-day thing. Went to Doubtful, Milford, and Dusky Sounds, um, and just enjoyed the day. Then we went to Dunedin, which we had missed before. That's the garden they have there, botanical garden. There was a historic home that we visited that was interesting. This is the train station. That's Victorian looking, of course. We just kind of popped in there for a minute and looked around. There aren't a lot of big tourist attractions there, but it is a pretty town. They're known for their windows and the tile work on the floor, which is coming up here. Victorian buildings all over, real Scottish influence. This is the steepest street in the world according to the Guinness Book of Records. Went to the museum there, which was really nice. This is a moa, a large prehistoric bird. You can see how big it is. The museum was really nice. We didn't have a lot of time there, but it was fun. The carving on these is just beautiful. Next day we went to Lake Rototui off of Taronga. This was the captain. She was a very accomplished young woman who was going to be out there. They have hot spas and natural springs. We were in the lake there. It was really I wish we had more time there too. Auckland, early in the morning, we docked right in the city, which is really phenomenal. And there's the Sky Tower. And first full day on our own, then we took a ferry to the island of Devonport, which is just off the coast. You can see there's Auckland behind us. And it's just a little seaside town that's just real quaint. And we walked around, had lunch, and it had been a military post at some point. So we went up on the hills and took a little mini bus van tour to see it, and you get a better perspective of all the islands around there, the small islands and beautiful beaches, and just such a nice, calm place until there's the gate to the bunkers and stuff. This was the day after the killings in the mosque in Christchurch, so that was chilling. So Heather wanted some cherry ripes because she saw that in a movie, so we were always shopping for cherry ripe candy bars from Cadbury. We were on our own. We went out and took a day tour to Hopperton, which I think both of us were just kind of thinking, well, we're here, let's look. But I think we were both enchanted with it, as you can see by all the pictures, and this is only a portion of the ones that we took. It was a rainy day, which maybe added something to it, but just beautiful countryside. And then to see these little hobbit holes or just hobbit houses are just crazy. And it's we were just enchanted with this place. Walked around and just kind of grinned and laughed. Everybody was just like little kids looking at these. Sir Peter Jackson supposedly found this place by helicopter. He was looking for rolling hills and sheep and big trees, and so he found this place that leased it from the farmer. And when they made the second film, they decided to leave the set intact and make it a area for visitors to come see. I'm glad they did, because it's really cool. I'm not a big fan of the movies, but I thought this was just a really charming and imaginative place. Lots of details. Every little house you're supposed to tell the occupation of the person, the hobbit that lived in it. There were fishermen and artist and a honeybee keeper and a woodworker, and there's the fisherman's house, and just darling stuff. I guess the farmer who owned this land became a multimillionaire. It's a dream come true. How cute is this, huh? Little hobbit clothes on the line. They had smoke going. All the chimneys were lit, smoke in the air. It just felt really quaint and authentic, I guess, to the book. There's a big pumpkin there, real stuff, and real vegetables, real props. Looked very good. Yeah. They weren't, those are real vegetables, of course. That's the tavern, the Green Dragon. There's the mill. The carving and woodworking on almost all the stuff here was just really nice. You had a pint, that was part of the admission. Takahe are these little birds that we saw, and they're really stunning. There's a carving of one of them. We went to the glowworm caves. Cameras weren't allowed in the cave, so they superimposed our photo from a green screen onto these. But that was the only way we really had a souvenir of it. But they were really interesting. God, it was really impressive. Those glowworms hanging from the dark, dark cave ceiling was crazy. We stopped for a tip-top Hokey Pokey ice cream on the way back to Auckland. And the next day, we went to the big museum in Auckland. It's huge. There's no way you could get through all of it, but those were just a few of the artifacts that we looked at and models. We mostly focused on things that were unique to New Zealand. This was fun to watch. It was a small audience in a room in the museum, so we got an up-close look, though. That was fun. We thought it was funny to see all these references to the United States, especially California, so I took a couple of pictures. This is Ponsonby District, which is kind of artsy, and that's the view back of the downtown from Ponsonby. This is a memorial to the victims from Christchurch. Then we flew home. What a great trip.